Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome to a brand new video and one of my final videos of 2020. For some reason, that actually sounds quite good to say given the year we've had. But today, it is time for the annual video, which I've done twice. It's the 2020 year in review. I absolutely love these. I've done these every year. Not the videos as such, but I've gone through these overviews for quite a few years now and I've done YouTube because this tool from TubeBuddy, which is kind of one of a YouTube AI that does a lot of things for you, tags, etc, etc, if you pay the money. But even if you're not a member of TubeBuddy as such a paid member, you can still get this 2020 year in review just by searching on Google or any other search engine, TubeBuddy 2020 year in review. And it's been, as I alluded to earlier, I don't really have to say, it's been a very, very strange year for all of us. I don't think many of us, again, I'm only speaking for myself here, but certainly in Britain, I don't think many of us have seen something that's even comparable to what has happened this year. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the YouTube channel, what we've done this year, what I would have hoped to have done this year, and what we've achieved this year, and also what I plan to achieve for 2021. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. We're going to do the 2020 year review first with TubeBuddy, and then we're going to have a look at the channel content that's been on the channel throughout the year, just to get a bit of a throwback for what we started the year with. So what this shows is all the metrics, subscribers, views gained, etc, etc. It also shows your 3 biggest videos, and this is something I haven't looked at for a few months. So I'm going to have a guess at what my 3 biggest videos of the year are and see how accurate it was. So 2 of them are definitely going to be in there. Rugby 20, in fact, no, I know what the 3 are now. Rugby 20, the game, part 1 with Wasps. Actually, no, is it? That's a tricky one. I think Rugby 20 first impressions are in there, and I definitely know that the Tour de France part 1 with Team Ineos is in there. So I'm going to say Rugby 20 part 1, Tour de France part 1, so that's second, Rugby 20 part 1's first, Tour de France part 1 second, and third, I'm going to go for Rugby 20 first impressions, but something might really surprise me. So let's have a look how we got on. Let's select the channel TIJ Gaming. For some reason it only says TIJ on the previous page, which does expand to TIJ Gaming on the second page. So let's go back to the start of the year, which is something that seems a long, long time ago now. Yes, it's gone quickly in some ways to turn the sound off. We don't want the sound on. And at the start of the year, we had, I mean, this is going to go a bit quickly, so we'll go through it a bit more in depth later. Okay, first impressions was number 3, so I got that right. 2, Tour de France 1. I think I've got these bang on. Yes! And number 1, Rugby 20 League Mode. I can't believe how many views that's got. That's crazy. Let's have a look at the metrics then. Performance versus last year. Well, we've nearly doubled the amount of subscribers gained. We've nearly doubled the amount of views gained. We've uploaded a fewer videos, which is disappointing, but pretty much nearly a video a day, which I'll take. And as you can see, this is how we end the year, and that to me is a very good year. A nice summary from TubeBuddy here. If you want to pause the video and read that, please feel free. But let's just start here. In fact, no, let's go all the way to the start. Let's go with how we began 2020. Now, we began 2020. Yeah, it's been a strange year. I don't really want to go through it all. But we began 2020 with 1,140 subscribers, 262,000 views, and 780 uploads. So this year, kicking off first, we've gone over the 1,000 upload mark, which is brilliant. Obviously, we've uploaded 300 odd videos, so we've just, actually, have we? Yes, of course we have, 300 odd. My maths is getting weaker by the day. But these top 3 uploads are astounding. And if you go to last year's year review, which is what I did before I did this morning I watched that. My most viewed video for that year had 3,700 views. Let that sink in, because compared to that, 3,700 to 17,000 is, to me, almost a bit of a different stratosphere. Comparing the size of the channel, it's gone up from 114 to 198. So maybe, what's that? 60-70% growth? But then that 3,000, say 4,000, it was 3,900. 3,900 views to 4,000 view video to 17,000 is over 4 times more. And obviously we've had 3 videos. I'm sure we've had more, but this is the top 3 of those. And if we can get another 50 views on this one, wink wink, we'll have gone above 10,000 views on all of my top 3 videos for the year, which is absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. That's great to see. That really is great to see. So the growth this year then, we gained 488 subscribers last year, and last September we reached 1,000 subscribers, which is brilliant. We've gained 838 subscribers this year, which is a 71% increase. That's absolutely awesome. And as you can see, we are so close to 2,000. Truthfully, I'd have loved to have been sitting here with 2,000 subscribers, but we are not far off at all. We started, and I can remember definitely, we started the Football Manager 2021 cycle in about November with 1,800 subscribers. We're now nearly at 2,000, so circa 180, 170 of those have been gained in the last 2 months. That is brilliant. We've also nearly doubled the view count, given that we've got 250,000 views this year. Before this year, it had been 260,000, so we have very nearly doubled the view count, which is what actually we did that last year, and we nearly did that this year, and that is absolutely mind-blowing. And we've also increased the uploads by 312. I will take that increase in uploads being 312 because last year, this is the biggie, last year we had Snooker 19 come out and we massively doubled down on Snooker 19. This year, yes, we have to add 2 new games, but on Rugby I only did, I think, 20 videos, and obviously Tour de France I've done 40 or 50, so I will take that slight drop. But sometimes, and that's something I'm going to point out in the few goals for next year, continuity is fine sometimes. It really is. I think that just checking that this is all recording. Yes, it is. Well, if it's not recording, you won't be seeing it. But continuity is good. I've uploaded over 300 videos this year. I'm absolutely chuffed at that. And that is how we end the year. 5,000 likes, 2,000 comments, 100 odd shares, 17,000 hours watched. Thank you, really. Thank you to all of you. There's been some of you that have been here since the early days. Bear in mind that on and off I've been doing this channel since mid-2016. And probably last 2 years, I've really gone for it on this channel. And yeah, you guys have been brilliant. You really have. Commenting, liking on the videos, watching them, watching the ads. I know that because of the revenue, you guys watching the ads. So thank you. There are some of you, in that 250,000 views, we've only converted 800 to new subscribers. But again, if you go into it and divide that by 313, blah, 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 blah. I mean, let's do it, actually. So if we get the calculator up, so if we do 250,000 views divided by 313 videos, was that? 312. 801 views a video. So, in summary, each video has brought around, and again, this is on average, this isn't right necessarily, but let's say on average, every video has brought around an average of 1 new subscriber, which I will take. I will really take that. Is that right? Effectively, yes. Effectively, for the views we're getting on a video, 801 views average, 838 new subscribers. So, roughly, with each video getting 800 odd views, we're getting a new subscriber. But let's not get into the crap maths of all that. That's something I geek about and do for hours on end through the analytics. But what a good year. Again, there's not really much point talking about what went on in the rest of the year because you'll have heard that from 1,000,001 people. But what a good year. So, before we have the goals for next year, let's have a look at how we were in the year. So this is the channel page. Hopefully this all shows for you. Else again, this video won't be coming out. And we started off this year. You can see you've got the 2019 year in review there. We had the Snooker 19 career, Season 2. And we also had the final, funnily enough, on the 2nd of January, the final video of the Liverpool beat to save with, on FM20. Then we did more snooker content. We had Retro Sundays. You can just see some of these Retro Sunday reviews. 2,300, 600 views. Brilliant. And then the 22nd of January, Rugby 20 came around. You can see that video, pretty much the 2 of the 3 most popular videos of the year. That one here, the first impressions, very nearly at 10,000. That one did brilliantly, the league mode. And we had a few over 1,000, as you can see. The Rugby series did incredibly. And even though snooker's been a main series of mine, Rugby was absolutely trouncing it. And one of my regrets, I think, this year is not doing more with that Rugby game. Did about 14 parts of the career mode and just stopped. But the potential for that game was massive because people seem to be enjoying it. It's really the biggest amount of views I've had on any series I've ever done. So I do regret that slightly. But again, brilliant, brilliant stuff. I think that was the last one I did actually. Part 10 is that? Yes, I think it was. I can see 1,800 views, even at 10 parts in. And for a series to be getting that many views 10 parts in for me is unheard of. Really is. But then we did a lot of snooker content again since April last year in terms of 2019. Snooker 19 has been the big series, and that's been getting solidly over 100 views. Then we also started a second series, which was the Career Mode on Formula 1 2014. By this point, lockdown had kicked in. We were just doing snooker, and then lockdown kicked in around this date, actually. I think it was the 23rd of March it kicked in. And by this point, I'd been put on furlough for my job. I'm an apprentice, so I thought, this could be a worry for us, for me anyway, as an apprentice, maybe losing my job. But YouTube became the main thing, as it did last year for 3 months. If you don't know, I finished my A-levels in June of 2019. So about 3 months was spent doing YouTube, and the same this year. So if I don't get 3 months off next year, something's going wrong. But yeah, I'm hoping for a bit more stability on that end next year. But we started the Formula 1 2014 career mode. We had good success on F1 2012 career mode in 2019. I'm going to keep saying last year, but really this is last year now, isn't it, as you're watching this. I'm recording this on the 27th of December. It'll come out on New Year's Eve, but yeah, crazy. FIFA, 400 odd views. Again, these Retro Sunday videos become something that was regular in this lockdown period because I hadn't got a lot more to do. We also started this Wheelman Let's Play, Vin Diesel's Wheelman, which I enjoyed. The views weren't that great on it though, I have to say. Again, we did snooker, F1, Wheelman, and that sort of carried on. Again, I'm not going to analyse each of these videos. That sort of carried on till about here, the 25th of April. We stopped doing the Wheelman episodes purely because I wasn't enjoying it anymore. And also there was a new game coming out, certainly a new beta game anyway, and this was Mars Horizon, something that is completely different to anything I've ever done on the channel. A space game, a space simulation game in effect, the beta of this. So I got a chance to play the beta, and I thought, you know what, let's go for it. And as you can see, the first video did really well, a few thousand views, so I thought we'll do a few parts on this. Part 2, 600 views, Part 3, 400, Part 4, 400. We only got to do 6 parts because the beta was only open for a week, but those did really well. Another regret from this year, I think, is not actually picking up the full game. But the reason I didn't pick up the full game is because the full game came out in November, which, if I'd have had FM and Mars Horizon as 2 new games on the channel at that point, it would have been too much for you, too much for me. The views probably would have been great, but just wasn't worth it. So we carried on then with snooker and F1, again, as we'd finished Wheelman. I'll tell you what, I'm very glad that I've sorted the dates like this year, because we were scrolling through like a madman last year trying to get to some of these. We also did a few Joe and Toby Talk podcasts, which I really enjoyed with my good friend Captain Goodspeed. He's been someone that really is my confidant when it comes to YouTube. He's we talk quite a bit over Facebook and over Skype, and he's someone that, as a fellow creator, I can really open up to about what I'm thinking of doing, and basically chuck all my creativity onto him, and then we come up with a plan of what we're going to do. But we also do, sporadically, very sporadically this year, a podcast called Joe and Toby Talk, where we talk about different things. And the first one of those is the Virtual World Championships, the World Snooker Championships. I really enjoyed doing that. The podcast's also on Spotify if you want to go and watch it, or listen to it, I suppose. Joe and Toby Talk. We did another Retro Sundays on Wii Sports. Admittedly, I thought that would have probably done a bit better, but still, 17 likes. You guys really enjoyed it. We also did another one-off video, another beta code once again, on Formula Retro Racing. And this is going to be one of the goals. I think you're probably going to guess what the goal is. 660 views on this. And it was a pattern last year I looked at, and it's a pattern this year. One-off videos do very well. I'd like to do more of those next year, so consider that the first goal for 2021. Again, Retro Sunday, snooker, F1, all the same really. And then I think F1 finished, did it? The Brazilian Grand Prix, maybe about this point. Okay, it finished here, did the F1. And then we had another game come out. We had 2 actually at the same time, which I was fortunate enough to get beta keys for both of these. Pro Cycling Manager 2020. Again, this year was a year of firsts. Apart from the odd retro video, I'd never done rugby on the channel. I'd never ever done cycling on the channel, and I'd certainly never done a space game on the channel. But you guys really enjoyed it, which shows that I ought to lengthen my horizons a bit more than I do, because I stick to very rigid snooker, football, F1, that's it. Maybe some cricket and some golf. But anything I've done this year, maybe apart from Wheelman, which is understandable, you guys have really enjoyed. You can see some of the views here for the Tour de France stuff. It's incredible. Again, much like the rugby career, on that new game, the views were kick-ass, to be honest. I can't really use another word to describe that. I wonder if there would have been a snooker game this year, I wonder how good that would have done. It's just mind-blowing. So about the end of June, we finish off the Tour de France, and this is when I go back to work. I went back to work on the 22nd of June, and then we work from then onwards. And to be brutally honest, it was tough. Going from having all the time in the world to make these videos to doing the same videos when you're working 8 hours a day, that's tough. I know a lot of people have had it tougher than me, I appreciate that, but I'm just saying in my situation. And one of the things I did at the end of July, which was crucial, really was, and it was forced upon me because we went to part-time work. I worked 7 till 11:30. Now, usually I work 8 AM till 4:30, and after this part-time work, when I went back full-time, I started work at 7 AM and finished at 3:30, and my God, that extra hour of an evening was invaluable, and still is today. I work 7 till 3:30, and it's invaluable. It really is invaluable, that extra hour in an evening to do videos, and that's why we've flourished really this year in terms of content creation. We also started about the end of June a pro team on the Tour de France game. I can't believe that's been going for so long. That is mind-blowing. But again, you guys really enjoyed that. Still keeping the snooker. The snooker is a common theme throughout this year and last year, and we've got, again, stuff getting consistently over 100 views, doing very solidly, and again, this was really the pattern. We had a bit of a channel update here about September, but you guys have been great. There is a common school of thought that doing series, I've listened to vidIQ a lot on this, doing series and having numbered episodes is suicide for a channel. But if you're looking for 100 videos, 100 views a day from you lot, series are the way to go, clearly. There's a few that have dropped under, but a lot that have gone a bit higher. And then we had Football Manager 2021 come out, which has been the biggest biggest game on my channel for a while now. That came out the 10th of November. We did a Wolves career, a beta with Wolves. We also did these team guides, which I always hold my hands up to. I always do these team guides early on in the game cycle. Again, A, they seem quite beneficial to people, but B, it draws people in. When people search for Liverpool, Manchester United, Man City, we're not only drawing in people who are Wolves fans, we are drawing in people who are Arsenal fans, who are Chelsea fans, who are Everton fans to the channel, and that really seems to work. And again, it also provides a bit of an income for me as well. I'm unashamedly going to say that. So a lot of this was all FM. We shut out snooker for a bit. I wanted to focus on Football Manager for a while. We've done our main save, Football Manager conquering the Euro. You can see snooker came back at the end of last month. I will be honest here, I'm a bit gutted with how some of the views are on this Football Manager stuff. You can see that snooker is doubling the views roughly most days. But we have got a bit of light at the end of the tunnel because it seems that we have moved, we have. We have moved in the career mode. As you can see here, we have moved to Everton. Come back to England, and it seems that's going to really help the series. You can see already 73 views on the latest video. Again, I'm recording this a bit earlier, and you're going to have to go back quite a bit to find 73 views on a video on Football Manager. So Football Manager will be continuing, ultimately, because I'm really enjoying that save. It will be continuing with Snooker 19. I want to get that Tour de France series done at some point. I didn't mention that. The Pro Team series, there are 2 episodes left of that. I might do that maybe in a stream, perhaps in New Year, because I can't really see though where those videos are going to fit into the schedule. So it might be an idea for me to do a live stream. Maybe it might have already happened, who knows. But I might do a live stream for that, might be a good idea. But that is where we end the year. There's going to be a few more videos made. You can see today's videos are recorded. This is coming out, and you guys will have probably already watched it. There'll be a few more videos before that, actually after that. And again, the schedule will remain the same. There is no need to change. Monday, snooker. Tuesday, Football Manager. Wednesday, snooker. Thursday, Football Manager. Friday, snooker. And then Saturday and Sunday, Football Manager. And that's how we're going to stay for a while. And a lot like 2020, none of us know what is going to happen next year. It's been a brilliant year for us, really has. And after that year reviewing the channel content, I'm going to jump now to You See My Ugly Mug in full, and we'll talk about what we want to do, a few goals for the new year. Blimey, that was longer than I thought. It'd be nearly 20 minutes, but here you have my full mug, so I'm not going to keep you very long. And we're going to quickly talk about what I'd like to do in 2021. Now, you've kind of heard 2 of my objectives. The one big objective is to stay the same. That is something we've done over the last 2 years. It's something I've struggled at, but continuity is key in YouTube. We know all that from the algorithm. So objective 1, be consistent. I think aim for that 300 uploads. I was going to say 300 uploads a day. Good luck, mate. 300 uploads over the year. I think that's a fair target to get to. Number 2 is to do more one-off videos because they seem to do well and you guys enjoy them. It could really broaden my horizon just doing... I know my good friend Joe, Captain Goodspeed, says it's always worth doing a part 1. If it does crap, you can drop it. But do a part 1. See how it goes. You guys might just enjoy it. So, second one, do more... Looks a bit dodgy, that does. There you go. 2, do more one-off videos. Number 3 is a metric one, but one I'd love to see. Let's see if we can get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of next year. That'd be absolutely fantastic. We're nearly at 2,000. I think we can do it at the end of this next year. Any other goals? I suppose it's just to kick ass on the views front again. 250,000 views again. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to aim for. I'm going to aim for 300 uploads and 300,000 views because that then means that we'll have got... Is that right? 100... Let's get the calculator out again. 300... I don't want to sound like a prat, that's why. Okay, that's 30,000. So, that's not quite right. But we do 300 videos, get an average of 1,000 views between them. That'll be 300,000 views. So that's aim number 4. And I think we're going to leave it there. We want to be modest. We've nearly got what we wanted to this year, but we're still here. Ultimately, anybody who's watching this video, I hope you're all well. We're all alive and kicking still. And if we've got through 2020, and then hopefully we can get through whatever crap 2021 throws at us. I must confess, it's not been a particularly difficult year for me because I just get on with things in life. I do struggle sometimes, I think as everybody does. We all have moments where we get frustrated and particularly down, but luckily I've got a good support network of people to talk to, and you know, we all get through it, don't we? And but no, it's been a tough year for everyone. As I said, it's not been particularly difficult for me financially. I think that's been the big worry for a lot of people. Luckily I'm financially secure, so that's nice. But mental security, as much as financial security, you can be happy as Larry one day, and then the next day you can be gutted, you know, really down, and that's okay. It really is. That's okay. I know a lot of people say this these days, but that is okay. It's okay to feel crap. It's okay to feel disenchanted with life. I think that's the biggest emotion I felt this year. Just kind of putting your 2 fingers up to the world and thinking, why can't this COVID crap go away? Because our lives have been really restricted. They really have this year. In terms of socially, I haven't seen many of my friends since February. Again, it's not, oh, cry me a river. But I'm just saying that's my situation. I'm sure it's the same with a lot of you. And it can be tough mentally, that can. And that is why YouTube, I think I've got 2 big hobbies, YouTube and record collecting. I do a lot of record collecting. I love that. I've also got a music channel you'd have seen at the start of the video. So I'm going to do a quick plug for that. For those of you who are interested in music content, album reviews, top 10s, all that sort of stuff about music, go and follow the channel called TIJ Music. It's a very simple system. It's either TIJ Gaming or TIJ Music. That's the other channel. But as I said, it's been a tough year for us all. But hopefully, whatever 2021 brings, we can go for it. And if you are ever feeling down, you know, depressed, disenchanted with the world, my DMs on Twitter are always open. You know, feel free to come and chat to me. I'm happy to guide you because it's amazing. Yeah, I've been called by quite a lot of my friends as really good at that sort of thing. But when I feel like that myself, there's no way out. I think it's just listening to somebody else's situation. There's always a way out. There really is. There's always a way of fixing something. It might not be a day. It might not be a week. It'll be a year. Look at COVID, for example. We've got a vaccine here in the UK now. It's probably going to take the duration of next year to get all that sorted. Everything in life can be complicated, but if there's someone else there to listen to it, I think more than anything this year, you know, we can combat loneliness, we can try and combat people feeling down, depressed, and because I think there's a big difference. I know I'm rambling on a bit now, but this is an important message. There is a difference between feeling down in the dumps, Liverpool have lost a football match, or you've had a crap day at work, or something that's affected your day. There is a difference between feeling down, feeling flat, all of those words have those connotations, and being either anxious or depressed. There is a big difference between those. Some people, probably like me, you say, well, I'm depressed, but you're not really. You're feeling down for a day or 2 or maybe a week. But there are some people who are like that all the time. And you just have to sometimes think that there is light at the end of the tunnel. However bad your situation is, there is light at the end of the tunnel. But before we get too deep and get into a vlog style thing, I'm going to shut up. At the end of the day, this is all about my YouTube channel. A big thank you to you guys for your support this year, and hopefully that can carry on into 2021. 2020 sounded bonkers. 2021 sounds even crazier. It's not been the best of years, but at least in terms of the channel, the support from you guys, it has been fantastic. Thank you all for your support this year. There'll be a video out later, probably it will be, what will be the date on the 31st? It'll be Thursday. So there'll be a Football Manager video out later for you guys to go and enjoy. I hope you do enjoy that. And I'll be back tomorrow, like yesterday, like today. It'll all be the same. Nothing will change. So if you need your daily fix of 20-30 minutes, I'm here to provide that. And there are so many other YouTubers providing that as well. Just check my channels bar on my channel. For anyone I recommend quite a few channels. But yeah, I've mentioned a few of them here. But anybody who wants to go and watch gaming content, go and watch those. And if you're looking for music content, go and watch my channel over there. And I've also got some channels I recommend over there. But enough of the promotional crap. We're going to end it there. Thank you for watching this year. I've been TIJ Gaming. And for probably the last time in 2020, I thank you all so much for watching. Onwards and upwards to 2021. Goodbye for now.